Hello everybody. We are back. And just before I go on vacation as well. So, in the last update, major update, we had a buff to the warhead implant charge. It now goes up to 425% instead of 400%. Which also in turn buffed how much you get out of the level 30, level 20, level 10 implants. For example, here I'm sitting at a level 30 implant and I have 387.5% on my implant for damage increase. I want to see if it's the same. Yep, it is the same on all of my ships. Now, note here at the bottom, it actually rounds up to 388%. I'm not sure which damage number is going to be the one that's actually reflected. But if you want to do the math on that and figure out if it actually rounds up by that 0.5% on your DPS or not, go ahead and see what that'll do. We're in our Raven Navy today, and I just wanted to show the difference between my base Raven Navies and once I apply the warhead charge to it. So let's go ahead and do that. As far as I understand, there was also an upgrade to, I believe it was the range extending ones. Instead of going up to 30%, they are now 37.5%. So that's nice if you ever needed the extra range. Let's go ahead and get into our thermal missiles. Alright, so here's what we're at for our thermal missiles. Before the update, we were at, I want to say, 5,500 DPS. And now we're at 5,600. On my main account, I remember being somewhere around 5,790, and now we're up to 5,900. I haven't changed anything in terms of the implants, or the AI cores. So we're still sitting on these same attributes. I would like to get that up to a 10.6. That'd be nice. So let's go ahead and grab our missions. Hey! Thermal damage on the missiles! We're at 3,550 on each launcher. And I was just showing off the DPS here. And it's brought up DPS by about 10 or 15%. So, really nice that warhead update. As you know, I don't have the, I don't have a level 45 implant. Eventually I may do so, because that 425% is so nice. I mean, I'm sitting on another 30, 40%-ish damage increase that I can get from going to level 45. That's pretty wild. I was able to do some moon mining earlier this week. That was pretty cool. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to show any of those off. My alliance is very protective of their miners, which I really appreciate. Okay, looks like we've got everything here. Marsai. Kistargo. Okay. Oh, now that the, yeah. I would really love to one day be able to show it off and show people what they can do when they join a nullsec alliance or corp, and some of the opportunities out there. But I definitely understand wanting to protect information about the corps and alliance, so that way they're not being targeted so easily. Yeah, the moon mining was really cool. Had a large fleet on grid and really just wiped it out pretty quickly. Very well protected. I'm so glad.
Warp drive active.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know who's gonna show up. The ore is really interesting to look at for its materials and stuff. I'm not very well skilled in reprocessing for the new moon ores. I don't think I have any skills for the new moon ores. But there is a new fuel, which is really cool, and that is plutonium? What the hell is it called?
Destination reached. Destination reached.
Raw ores, moon ores. Which one's it come out of? I think it's blue star crystal, maybe, that it comes out of? Yeah, enriched uranium. New fuel. That'll be really nice to have if you can't use plasmoids. Oh, gotta make sure I turn on my auto orbit. I was flying the Anubis last time.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
I really am wondering how close we are to seeing, like, the Golem or Titans. Yeah, for once, really. Everything else is running off of recycled materials. Yeah, it's definitely gone up in damage. The clear time on this is pretty good now. I don't even need these target painters. I mean, the application is perfect. So I don't really know what to do with those two mid slots if I'm not going to need the target painters. Because webs won't help me either. I'm usually just a little outside of range for webs.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Typhoon is also one of those really good ships that could run the thermal warhead. Alright, that's the first one complete.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
I did see that they increased the damage on something like the sniper module, or which one was it?
We're under attack.
I think it was the sniper module for the Anubis. There it is. I don't know if it's still shit. No, that's the siege module. There we go. Activation time is at 50% still.
Enemy ships detected.
Yeah, I don't think they've updated the description to show
Under attack.
the new statistics on it.
We're under attack. being warp scrambled.
Oh, did I just miss it? Ah, there it is. Yeah, it was just below. That's a little odd that they've added turret
Enemy
damage to
ships
that.
detected.
Is that for the strikers
We're
then?
under attack.
Could the strikers actually use that?
We're under attack.
I wonder. Hmm. Yeah, because the Anubis doesn't run turrets. I don't think it has any skills toward turrets.
Fleet warp.
Oh, they've also renamed
Warp drive
the
active.
striker battleships to siege battleships. I don't know how long ago that was. It used to just say like striker battleships or strike ships. Defeat siege module.
We're under attack.
Yeah, the way they word that is really
We're
quite
under
odd.
attack.
It says all advanced battleships. So that would be strikers, spec ops, maybe even the Tech 2 versions of ships.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
I noticed that they had not quite got around to updating the destroyers, cruisers, and frigates, but hopefully they'll do that and alphas can actually start using some of them.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Hello, hey, how you doing?
We're under attack.
Welcome, welcome. We're just playing around with the new warhead implant. This is where we're sitting at for DPS. 5,900. There is 3,695 thermal damage on each of these rapids. And that is without a siege module. That might be interesting to look at.
Fleet
I wonder if I should look at that. just out of sheer curiosity. I know it won't be useful at all to have the siege modules going.
Drive active.
We're under attack.
Let's see what we're at with everything active.
We're under attack.
Alright, there you go. That's scary. I mean, that's...
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Having each of these ships above 8,000 DPS with their modules active is a lot. And then if you consider, like, siege mode against a capital ship or
Enemy ships detected.
or another battleship, you'd be
Under attack.
out DPSing quite a few
We're
things.
under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah. Yeah, that's part of the reason I wanted to look at, like, the siege modules, because on a Citadel, you're gonna tear through its health. On a capital ship, you're gonna do some pretty meaty damage. On another battleship, if you got all three of these on them, I think it's very possible to just rip through that. The only thing that would outright, like,
Active warp.
stop these ships from doing anything would be a reactive hardener. Or a damage control.
Warp drive active.
Both of those would
Warp drive active.
save you from this. I'm not sure if either of you know, but on the implant here,
We're under
it
attack.
doesn't show it there. On the implant,
Attack.
it'll show 387.5% damage increase, but if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll get 388%.
Attack.
One of these is a rounding error,
We're under
and I don't know if the bottom one is actually being applied or not, or if it's actually applying the 387.5.
enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
let's see what we're at with just one active. Realistically, that would be what you'd run on these. Okay, so 6,700 and 6,400 with running 1 damage.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack. Fleet warp.
I have gotten a few more skills for my Ravens here.
Warp drive active.
I finished off the Expert Launch Missile Torpedo, and I'm down to the last couple of skills for Battleship Command and Expert Electronic Warfare. But those I don't mind so much. They don't really affect my clear times all too much, other than lock time.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
I also need to check what the Anubis is sitting at. I'm not really sure.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
The Anubis won't be a fair comparison to this at this point. Oh, nice. Yeah, good luck on those expert skills. They take a lot. The Anubis, I've gone ahead and repackaged the nanocores and used them for a couple of Dominic's navies, which I'm going to show off when I go to perimeter.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea what ships it would fit on. But there could be some crazy combinations if it does fit on, like, the Striker battleships. or the special ops battleships. Which, out of curiosity,
Warp drive active. Warp drive
let's
active.
just see. Okay, Citadel modules, we don't care about that. Sino. Nothing there. Sino. Same thing. Siege module.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, if you can fit it on another ship, I'm sure that ship will be quite good. I wonder if we're gonna see the Marshal soon.
Enemy ships detected.
You know, a while back we had
We're under attack.
the cruiser variant, the Enforcer.
Attack.
I wonder if we're gonna see the Marshal.
We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Hey, 18,000 damage out of the missiles on shield. Oh, also the Wang Yu got a small buff. The Wang Yu has AI core available now for it. So it should actually be putting out good DPS.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
We're under
Aha, I can do weird things.
We're under attack.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I just don't have any ships that I can test it on. And especially turret ships.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Well, we're clearing pretty good.
Fleet warp.
Unfortunately, we don't have the bounty tick buff anymore. So we're gonna make less bounty than we were during the anniversary event.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
But I think it was only a small buff to bounty tick.
We're under attack. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're being warp scrambled. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Okay, all those missions are done.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
A lot of... A lot of missions.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Nice. That'll be
Enemy
good.
ships detected. We're
I don't really
under
need it,
attack.
but it's nice to have.
We're under attack.
Perhaps we'll get a whole bunch of missions out of it.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
The clear time does seem a little bit faster,
Fleet.
but it's hard to tell.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Okay, we should get our refresh in another 30 seconds or something like that. Yeah, I really think what they need to do is add a layer above expert missions,
Under attack.
and have it be like capital ship level content like the labs, or fleet level content where you could do it as one ship. It's just gonna take you a while. But if you're in a fleet, it'll probably take about the same amount of time. Like labs.
We're under attack.
Like all they really need to do is just add a master level T10 cap carrier or T10 capital, and make it have the 4 million lab as the basic level mission. That way it gives all those high-sec carriers something to do all the
Enemy
time,
ships detected.
rather than just sitting around waiting. That's the biggest problem with a high-sec carrier, is you're sitting around waiting for a good mission when you could be
We're under attack.
going and doing a bunch of small missions with a couple of ships. it's also a problem in nullsec because a lot of players will just sit around waiting for like capital ship anomalies or capital quarries. And so it's just a common problem.
Under attack.
Something else they can do instead of that is they can have the master level missions spawn only like the AI cyan,
Enemy ships detected.
and that's the thing you go in and fight.
We're under attack.
And that could be pretty cool. Say there's like a Blood Raider
Under attack.
dreadnought in high sec that's invaded space. You can go and encounter that and fight it off. I think that would be suitable for a master level content. That could be like the most expensive mission of those bunches. It'd be equivalent to like the 5.5 million lab, where you only see it once in a while, but it's like a really good reward when you kill like an AI capital ship
Warp drive active.
for that mission. Ooh, that was a good bounty tick. 9.7? Yeah, we've gone up by about 300,000 ISK in a bounty tick. Not bad.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, definitely. It would be a really nice stopgap for going between high sec, low sec, and null sec.
Enemy
Low
ships
sec needs
detected.
better content. Story missions are great and all,
We're
but
under attack.
I don't think those are worth doing nowadays with the scanning implemented and no way to combat it.
We're being warp scrambled.
So having those like dreadnought missions in low sec would be cool. It would mean you would have to go out in order to get that content. Where otherwise you might see just like the AI cyan in high sec only, or like an AI lucent moon for the
Enemy
5
ships
million
detected.
equivalent.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
I've spent a lot of time just kind of thinking about what they could do for like master level
We're under
capital high sec content. And it's really a hard balancing act.
We're under attack. We're under attack. Fleet warp.
Warp drive active. Warp
It would
drive
be
active.
just
Warp drive
so
active.
cool to warp into a mission, and the thing that's waiting for you there is not a bunch of AI rats, but this giant Blood Raider dreadnought. Oh, that'd just be so cool. Or Garissa's Pirates Phoenix equivalent.
We're under attack.
People in EVE Online have that as an option. It's a belt rat that spawns
We're
in
under
mining
attack.
belts. It's really rare to happen. But that's really cool. They also get Titans that spawn as a belt rat, I think. That could be like the nullsec master level mission is an AI Titan or something that you'd have to go out and kill.
We're under attack. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, I mean, EVE Online's missions are not great, let's just say. They are so well thought out in terms of like story and what's going on. But what they didn't do right is they didn't make it force you to do the content, like if you're actively trying to do it. For example, like you can just go into missions, blow up the one thing, and then warp out, and that's the end of your mission. And I think that needs to be worked on in EVE
Warp drive
Online.
active.
They need to have you clear whatever wave you're on, or whatever, just to keep you in that mission a little bit longer rather than just absolutely speed running every single mission there is. Which is partially why I really like the way Eve Echoes does it. I just wish there was more
Under attack.
enemy variety.
We're under attack.
Yeah, I mean, there are... If you go to EVE Online missions, and if you can... I don't remember what website it actually is, but it's like a mission running API. And what it does is it lists all of the enemies in each wave, when they're gonna spawn, how they're gonna spawn, what you have to blow up in order to spawn things, and what your mission objective is, and if you can speedrun it or not.
We're under attack.
I mean, it is wild what EVE Online players have shrank down into just a format for get in, get out. They even tell you, like, is the mission worth doing, or should you just drop it and move on to the next career agent mission? Am I at the end of this mission set? Yeah.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Let's see, did we get our reset information? Oh, we got another mission here. Nice, thank you. I was interested to see what the Cyan could do against one of those Waste Seeker labs. And of course I took a safer way of doing it. Because I had never done one of those missions before. All in all, it was pretty cool. And made a decent amount of money out of it. Oh yeah, we got a lot of missions to do in Perimeter.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, they were really good money, especially if you looted. There were some wild drops in there. I could not believe it. And they were fairly challenging, even for like a spec high-set carrier.
Enemy ships detected.
Like there was actually some threat in that event.
Under attack. We're under attack.
And that's what I would expect from like master level missions. Is
Warp scrambled.
the missions to actually be a threat to the ships that can run them. Did I just like one-shot that battlecruiser between all three of these ships?
Enemy ships detected.
I guess that would be a 3-shot, but
We're under attack.
yeah.
We're under attack.
Yeah, carriers definitely had it the easiest in that event, but I feel like I feel like with the ships that were running it, it was just good fun. It was very different to what you would normally be running, where you're just kind of half paying attention to what's going on because none of these ships are actually going to do anything to you. Okay.
Fleet warp.
Make sure I got all my missions accepted. And then when we go back, we're going to swap over to the Dominic's Navy. And I'll show off my Dominic's Navies for a bit.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
We're under attack.
I do kind of miss the Waste Seekers. It was nice to see them and, like, interact with them.
We're under attack.
And now that we have faction war games going on, and like actual EVE Online style faction warfare, where systems can be taken over or lost, we might actually see like a Triglavian invasion sort of event. The Waste Seekers are pretty close to it, but the Waste Seekers don't take your high-tech islands and turn them into nullsec.
We're under attack.
Yeah, you imagine you're in a high-tech island and all of these Waste Seekers just load in, warping from planet to planet, and if you don't destroy them in a certain amount of time, that entire system becomes a nullsec system. That was one of the best parts of the Triglavian invasion. Oh my goodness.
We're under
I really hope EVE Online does another something like that. I'm pretty sure they lost like major highways for travel because of that. There were systems that were in the middle of high tech that were yanked into null and have stayed in null since. But I guess now they have the Potchman Highway, so they can just warp into Potchman and then come out in a different place in space. Kind of like wormholes.
Autopilot engaged. Autopilot engaged. Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Yes. I can only imagine the absolute salt that would come out of, like, Claire Lem and Clortler just being yanked into nullsec and taken away from them. And then the waves of PvP that would go to those systems just to try to catch anyone trying to escape. Oh man.
Warp
I
drive
am fairly certain Silent Alliance would be on that date the day that happened.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Yeah, definitely. It would be interesting, but really bad. Like, if faction warfare could actually spread out to, like, normal high-sec locations. I think it would create really good content, but for those people who don't want to engage in it, it could be really bad for those people.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
But yeah, we just need to yank the high-sec islands into null-sec and get rid of them. Make people actually be in space for real, not in this one little system with like 500 people running missions over and over again. Come out to like Gina or Mbeki or
Docking request accepted.
somewhere in space that's not a high-sec island. You can be safe. I'm okay with being safe. I do it all the time. But I think there's definitely a need for a change. Have I completed my Concord pass on all of these characters now? 800, 476, 560. How in the world? Okay, whatever. Okay, first thing I want to check real quick. I want to check the AI core on the Long U, because that got its actual what? Hey! They said the celebration cores were supposed to have AI. I feel cheated. Where's my AI core? Okay, well that's still not quite buffed yet. So I'm running aerospace implant on these Dominic's navies because I'm running AI only. I've got the damage buff, and I'll be sitting at 100 kilometers, so I won't need the flight velocity. And then I think eventually I will grab the recovery technique at level 30. It's not really that important to me. I've got drone damage amplifier and omnidirectional tracking link, so I can have extra range and extra damage from my modules. Base level, I am missing my expert launch drone 5 on these Dominic's Navy issues. So you can see I'm missing quite a bit of DPS here. I am also missing AI here and the thermal damage increase on this one. So we've got a little ways to go. Okay, let's go back out to perimeter and do all of our missions.
Autopilot engaged. Autopilot engaged. Undocking. Undocking. Undocking.
So this will be a good look at DPS versus raw damage. These things have a lot higher DPS once I have what was it? Once I have my drone.
Warp drive active.
I don't remember. They have a lot of DPS. Oh yeah, I have the siege on this thing, that's right. Increase of 100% damage. Drone tracking minus 50%, drone DPS plus 50%. So, we'll see much higher numbers than what I would get in my Ravens.
Destination reached. Destination reached.
Fleet warp.
Okay, so I've got 61 and 49, 79 and 61,
Warp drive active.
and 61 and 50. There's one of those rounding errors. So these two characters have the same skills other than the AI core, and for whatever reason, the one with the overall worst skills ended up being
We're under
higher fall off. I don't know, it's weird.
We're under attack.
Alright, so here's our DPS numbers on my navies currently. Once I have the level 5 skill on this one on the right, it should be somewhere upwards of like 6,500 DPS. And then once I have the AI core upgraded and
Enemy ships detected.
the last skill on the bottom left character will be at 6,500 on that as well.
attack.
With one active, I go up to 78, 54, and 58. Didn't quite show right, but there you go.
Enemy ships detected.
9,400 on the main
We're under attack.
Dominix.
We're under attack.
Even with the 50% drone tracking speed reduction, I'm at 3.5 tracking. The warnings are only gonna be at like 0.7 or something like that. So they're gonna have a harder time tracking these smaller targets.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active. Warp
The
drive
warnings
active.
are
Warp drive
nice,
active.
but because they're not thermal, they're kinetic. They're gonna do less overall to these enemies than you would with a guard with thermal. And then I'm also running the thermomagnetic storm core on these Dominixes, which will give me a much higher thermal on the guards.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Oh, you know what I am doing?
We're under attack.
Turn my auto orbit off.
We're under attack.
Yeah, you can even use these guards at close range. They are just really that good. I had seen a video of a single Dominix Navy issue doing a 5.5 millionist mission by itself with just one yellow reactive and all guards. He made it through just fine without even a care in the world. Everything, his drones were tracking just fine. I mean, the guards are just so much better for a long-range ship, or even as a close-range option. You're still gonna want, like, large drones, medium drones that are not,
Enemy ships detected.
that are not sentry guns, just in case you have to deal with some AI ship that's, like, ridiculous. Or you have to deal with a tackle. So, don't count out those other options, but if you're just doing exactly what I'm doing, The guards are gonna be your best bet. I think he was running the exact same layout I am, with 3 drone speed augmenters and 3 capacitor 3s. I don't remember him running any crazy integrations or anything. Yeah, he was very lucky that the Cyan did not spawn for the last wave, because he got caught right in the middle of that wave, and it was just a full-on DPS survival at that point.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. A nice and easy lab. If you're wondering why I have all of my drones split like this, it's mainly so I can keep an eye on which drone isn't attacking. In case there's one that just kinda goes Enemy
crazy
ships
on
detected.
itself.
We're under
I
attack.
have had many drones that you'll send out, and then just one stays right by the ship and does nothing.
We're under attack.
And you won't see that if they're all stacked. Nice. Yeah, didn't they, make the Noctis easier to fly? That is so good. I had a Noctis for about 3 months that I used on a alt that would follow my ships around and just collect the loot as I went. That's funny. And then they removed the loot from high-sec missions, so it got put away and that character got put on the side for a long time. I really do miss the loot from high-sec missions, Tech 10 missions specifically.
because I was using the reprocessed materials to build ships. And now I can't do that. So I'm having to go out to Null with a Northwall or mine in Foreign with my Orca. Yeah, it's good that they removed the expert skills on the Noctis. That was ridiculous. It should have been like a normal ship where the basic one would have been like the basic auto salvager skills, and the Noctis 2 could have been advanced or expert. I'm waiting on them to add my boy, the Porpoise. Because I'd rather be flying a Porpoise than fly than to fly a Orca. This is one of the downsides to using these siege modules. Oh god. No, 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 stop it, stop it, stop it. There we go. Now you can all go to the mission.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
There definitely needs to be a step between the Governor and the Governor 2 and the Orca, because having to reskill almost everything
We're under attack.
just to fly the Orca, because you no longer use strip miners, you no longer use normal miners, it uses industrial ship command, and it's just wild. Industrial command ship. Having a porpoise would be a lower skilled requirement to step into that role and provide Tech 9 players with the ability to get into that.
We're under attack.
Yeah, I mean, the Orca is first and foremost a fleet mining ship. It's not really meant to be a mining ship itself. It can do it. But it's meant to just buff and haul. Why do I not? Oh, because that's drone shield boost for Logi drones. It's really meant to support the fleet.
Fleet warp. Fleet warp.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
I wish they would reduce some of the, like, high-end skills for the Orca. Because it is a little bit crazy how much you need just to fly one. And then you have to reskill out of half of that just to go up to a
We're
Rorqual.
under attack. We're under attack.
Because it no longer gets buffs from mining drones. You have to go to exhumers.
We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Oh, I don't even have my siege on. Hello? Oh, that was a 10.6 from that, lab we just did. And me not paying a whole lot of attention to what we're doing. So, 30 million right there and just one bounty tick. No problem. Doubled up to 60. Very nice.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Gotta remember to turn off these siege modules so I can actually warp. Which is actually slowing down the bounty tick.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
I am going to be very sad the day that you can just end up warping away from your drones. And not actually, like, collect them on warp. It's gonna be a very sad day. A lot of people are gonna lose their drones
We're
when
under
that
attack.
happens.
We're under attack.
What are you doing? Okay.
We're under attack. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
God, look how clear quick they clear out all of those frigates. Yeah, I
Enemy
have
ships
found
detected.
a lot of what I do in EVE Online is Abyss and Salvage. So I'll go ahead and scan down all of these drones that are lost in space, and I'll go out there and collect them. I have found drones that are worth billions of ISK that somebody has either warped away from because they were in a mission that was a little too hard, or what. But I've gone and collected those and sold them.
Fleet warp.
Something else, NetEase needs to consider is having AI actually target
Warp drive
drones
active. Warp
and
drive
try to
active.
have the AI blow up drones. Um, yeah, I feel that. I mean, you can see this, the way that I just go about moving, I don't even consider bringing my drones in because I know they're going to be collected. I mean,
Under attack.
you imagine all of those carrier
Under
pilots
attack.
who just warp off without their fighters? God, they would be in pain. Or a super carrier that warps off without its heavy fighters? I'd have a full-time job just trying to collect all of them.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
I mean, what does a heavy fighter even cost right now? Uh, not even on the market. That seems cheap. Let me find probably the popular ones. What? Okay, explain this to me. You've got the prototype, 249 million. The Federation Navy, 50 million. Hello? Just buy the better one. The Assault, 249 million. Don't buy a tier 9. Don't buy a Tech 9 heavy fighter. Even the offense is only 1.2 billion. I mean, that's still a lot, but something's wrong.
Fleet warp.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Why would you buy
drive active. Warp drive active.
No, I think that's just what they are on the market. I guess we did have a lot of boxes recently that had heavy fighters in them.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
That just seems wild to me, like... It's way more expensive to try to fit a Lucent Moon or a...
Enemy ships detected.
or a Versatile Assault Carrier. In terms of just the fit itself, not the ship. The ships are ridiculously more pricey. I don't understand. What? Who is this person? Why would you put it at 80 million?
Ships detected.
Good lord.
We're under attack.
I mean, opportunity.
We're under attack.
Oh god, yeah. If they decide to make a Concorde Dreadnought, a Concorde Supercarrier, or a Concorde Titan for high sec, and you're gonna watch every single price skyrocket. Hell, Flex will probably go way up. I don't really want to think about a Concorde Titan, because that's not what they've ever been known for as a police force. But I guess if you're gonna be a police force, and the nations around you, had a Titan, then you're gonna need a Titan to fight a Titan. Gosh darn it. Why do I keep forgetting?
Fleet.
Yeah. I mean... Concorde Titan, here we go, right? Why not?
Warp drive active. Warp drive
And
active.
probably at the same time, we'll probably get the Marshal for the Concorde battleship. I don't know if we'll ever see the Triclavian ships or the Edencom ships. I think the Edencom ships would be so cool in Eve Echoes with the way our missions work.
We're under attack.
Because the Edencom ships, they have a weapon called a Vorton Projector, and what it does is it spreads damage across up to 10 or 14. I think it's like up to 10 or 14 enemies at a time. While they have really low DPS, the equivalent DPS that they're outputting is 10 times what you would actually be doing to an individual ship
We're under attack.
when you're hitting all 10 enemies. Yeah, the Marshal's been a model in game for a long time. They just need to add it as a playable ship. I'm not sure why they haven't. If they were looking for a loot box item of any kind, the Marshal would be the one to do it.
We're under attack.
Yeah, Thunderclap. What a monster.
We're under attack.
I think those ships would be, the Edencom ships would be so cool to have for our missions. Can you imagine going into these missions, just everything dies at once? Why? Zap die next. Yep. Now the funny part about those ships is that they can really cause some problems in high sec. I have seen so many troll videos where a PvPer will warp into an anomaly with one of those ships, gets hit by the photon projector, and dies to it, and then Concord comes in and kills
Warp
that
drive active. Warp drive active.
Edencom ship. Just because they accidentally hit. Yeah. Yeah, you should really look those up. They are funny. These people will warp in with, like, a Tech 1, like, Incursus or something, get hit by the photon projector, cause Concord to come in and kill the Edencom ship running missions. And it all happens in such a short amount of time, it's hard to track what even happened. It's just one of the risks you take by running the Photon projector in EVE Online.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Yeah, high sec. If that's part of the reason why I don't think they will ever add the Edencom ships to EVE Echoes, is because it would be a little bit of a challenge to try to get around that. Gosh darn it. Turn off.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
So what do you think we're gonna get for the next event? Are we gonna get a collaboration event? Or do you think we'll get our next event as the Halloween event? Because we're coming up to the end of September in like 17 days or something like that.
Enemy ships
Um,
detected. We're under attack.
ooh. Oh, okay.
We're under
Going pretty good. 9.7. Nice. That's a good drop. I wonder if we're gonna get
enemy
like
ships detected. We're under attack.
man, I really want to know what our next event is gonna be because they've just been adding ship after ship after ship. I mean, what did we get in a row? We got Lucent Moon. Yes. Let's do it. Anime collab again. Woo! To be fair, it wasn't a bad collab. I think it was very respectable. They did it in a tasteful way, and you had the option of not really caring about seeing it. But it is absolutely hilarious that people threw that on the Capsuleer outposts. And so now you've got these giant anime girls in space on a Capsuleer outpost in hot pink. Oh god.
Fleet warp.
I did the thing again.
Fleet warp.
I think the
Drive
next
active. Warp
event,
drive active.
I want to try to get a core for my Roarfall. Unless, of course, we get some new ship like the Golem or Marshall or something like that that I want to put a bunch of Iskin money into.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Are we gonna get a good Halloween event? I think not. We never do, not since the first one. That first Halloween event was so good. even though I got so angry with it. Oh, did you notice,
Enemy ships detected.
there was some weird thing about the Azazel and like Grappler or something? Ah, they changed it back to Stasis Web of Fire.
We're under attack.
For after the update, instead of saying Stasis Web of Fire, it said like grappling laser. For one of its bonuses. And they've now just changed it to actually state Stasis Web of Fire range. Yeah. Yeah, because there are grapplers for capital ships. Be wild if the Azazel had a grappler. Or if we're gonna get like a low end or sub-capital version of it.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
I think NetEase has a lot planned for this game. Because what they've shown so far is only like the beginning of what they want to actually do with this game. I think now that they realize the player base is pretty stable and they're constantly paying for things, it's just like
We're under
a
attack.
background moneymaker for NetEase. That's pretty much guaranteed for them. Kind of like any of the gachas that they put out. I really do think they want to continue to improve this game now that they know that it's not just a couple months and it's done. I really feel like NetEase underestimated the EVE community and the absolute persistence that EVE players have in trying to maintain a game.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
And that's why we saw the first few years being kinda bad, I guess you want to say.
ships detected.
Yeah, I do get it. But Nenny's operates on a players come in, players leave formula.
Attack.
That they're kind of predatory to new players because they don't know that those players are going to stay or not. And so they'll try to rip as much money out of new players as they can. But with older players, those are the ones that are gonna get to actually enjoy new content that comes out, and they won't feel so pressured to buy the new thing. But NetEase has also always operated on keep a game alive for a year and then let it die. Well, here we are 5 years into this, and NetEase is still adding content regularly, and actually they've ramped up their content. So I'm sure they definitely see a bit of a cash cow in Eve Echoes compared to what they thought they would have.
Fleet warp.
Yeah, Eve Echoes is actually a little bit of a departure from their normal business model.
Warp drive active. Warp drive
Normally by now they would have completely dropped a game that makes almost as little as Eve Echoes does. Because when you look at any of their other games and the revenues that they're getting from their main games, like, there's a few of the gacha games that I'm not too familiar on the names, but those gacha games are making
We're under attack.
5-6 times more than what Eve Echoes is
We're
making,
under attack.
but equivalent games that to what Eve Echoes makes, they've already dropped those games and shut them down. So there's something about Eve Echoes, whether it be a contract with
Enemy ships detected.
the EVE Online developers or
We're under
whatever
attack.
the reason, they're actually staying with the game
We're under
longer
attack.
than they intended to. Yeah, I mean,
Enemy ships detected.
very, very few games that NetEase puts out make it past their second year.
We're under attack.
I'm really glad that we have Eve Echoes because having Eve Online is nice, but being able to take Eve Echoes wherever you are is so much better. I think given NetEase's business model, we've got easily another like 2 years worth of content that they're gonna put out,
Warp drive active.
but after that, I'm not sure what they'll do. Because once they have Titans out, which everybody's waiting for, Marauders out, which people are waiting for, that's about 1.5 2 years worth of content that they have to work on.
We're under attack.
Now we're safe for now,
Attack.
but once that content ends for creating new stuff, I really hope that the Eve Echoes developers, the ones who are actually trying to get this game where they want it to be, and trying to persuade NetEase to provide them the funding and the resources to do so, I really hope they have some ideas after Titans to present to NetEase that will get supported.
Enemy ships detected. We're under
Yeah,
attack.
I think they're gonna make it as close to EVE Online as they can without
Under attack.
breaking the current rules that they have for EVE Echoes. And there's
Enemy
definitely
ships
things that
detected.
EVE Online should take from EVE Echoes, such as,
Attack.
like, weaponry auto-cycling,
Attack.
especially between targets, being able to swap targets easier, having a keybind for that is a little annoying, but being able to just sit here and automatically move from one ship to the other as you go is something that EVE Online should have, rather than having to manually manage all of that. Maybe make that like an accessibility setting, so that those who want that control over their ships can still do that, but those who don't want to or have trouble doing so can have an easier time of it.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Yeah, CCP and NetEase benefit each other quite a lot, actually. I'm sure behind the scenes, CCP has definitely informed
Under attack.
NetEase on how to perform
We're under
on a
attack.
level like EVE Online as, and that's why we're seeing EVE Echoes as their testbed. And CCP also wants a mobile EVE Online. They've tried it multiple times in terms of like the internet browser version, and now they're trying it with EVE Echoes, and EVE Echoes is successful for them. I know they don't have as much of a hands-on as maybe they would like, but it's certainly a much better situation for CCP than trying to run an internet browser version.
We're under attack. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
They only had the Eve Anywhere running for, what, a year and a half or something like that? I think their biggest problem was they required you to have, I think it was 10 megabit a second upload or download connection speed. Along with, they also required a monthly payment on top of your normal Omega, I think. Which that was just too much for their clientele at the time.
Fleet warp. Fleet warp.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Yeah, I mean, if they had, I don't know what the full numbers were on it, and I really wish I did. But I would assume that if they had made it the same way as their normal client, where you would just log in on a website instead of through their client, and it would run just exactly like, and it would run exactly like a, the basic EVE Online, people would have probably flocked to that and paid for the Omega, and it probably would have been fine. But I'm sure it was a large upfront cost to try to have that.
We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
I hope I didn't do anything stupid.
We're under attack.
You good, man? Are you alive? I don't think I've done anything.
Enemy ships detected.
Okay, good.
We're under attack.
It was a misclick, I swear. Alright. Coming up to the last few missions we've got. And the last 4, I guess. Unless, of course, we've got another lab
Warp
that's
drive
in
act-
system.
Warp drive active.
Ah, we got a lab in system. Nice.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
I don't really know. Perhaps I would perhaps I would make another alt if I needed someone to salvage.
Enemy ships
Um,
detected.
and that way I can keep these 3 going while that 4th one cleaned up behind us.
We're under attack.
But otherwise, the only reason to have that alt is as a transport character between Gina and my nullsec location, along with, just more PI. That's all that alt would be doing.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
If they bring back Tech 10 salvage, I'll probably end up having a 4th character, but I don't know how I would go about showing it nicely. So if you want to see something wild, let me show you what my screen looks like versus what you see. Oh, this is kind of what I'm seeing on my end. Versus the nice and shiny, no weird things. Oh, oh, oh. Things are happening! I don't really care. See if we can get this last one up and running. And chaos. Exactly. There we go. Up and back. Oh boy. Show one thing and all hell breaks loose. Oh well, I think we were at the end of that mission anyway.
Fleet warp.
Yay! Absolute chaos! Hey, what the heck is going on here?
Warp drive active. Warp
Why is
drive
my...
active.
I don't know. Didn't realize I had a little bit of cutoff right here.
We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Now I can't unsee it. Now that I've seen this little cutoff. That's like right here. Portion of the screen is cut off and now I can't unsee it. Wow, that's gonna bother me. Huh.
Enemy
Perfection
ships
ruined.
detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah. This is just absolute brain dead gameplay with these three.
Fleet warp.
And once I have these all running about the same DPS, it should
Warp
be
drive
pretty good
active.
for
Warp drive active.
even like the Cyan spawn.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Just so you know,
Enemy
this
ships
thing is literally
detected.
doing nothing.
We're
It's just there for the light show. So all the damage you're seeing
We're
is
under
the
attack.
drones. Ooh. Is there anything good in here? Huh. I might want to test a theory.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
If. I mean, it's a wild chance. It could happen. But, yeah, only having about 50-kilometer range at 50%. Kinda rough. This is the last wave, I think. I am going to bring
Autopilot engaged.
my orca here, and I'm gonna mine all of this real quick and see what we get out of it. I normally don't do, like, stuff like
Warp
that,
drive
but
active.
I kinda wanted to see what I'd get out of it. I'm sure the orca is probably gonna one-tap all of these rocks. Because I don't think they have a whole lot of actual minerals or anything in them.
Warp drive active.
Oh, that's another weird thing. Look at the player symbol down here, and you can see
Cargo request accepted.
the battleship icon is below the Dominic's. But on this top one, the battleship symbol is on the Dominic's. Yeah,
Undocking.
I thought it was always like this top one. I think this bottom one is the bug. I don't know. Once I warp my orca in, maybe that'll determine.
Autopilot engaged.
I mean, the partially cut off is really only because of. Oh god, here we go again. No, yeah, it's only because of how I have it overlaid.
Warp drive active.
Did this thing get a buff as well? I know the Orca got its mid slot added. So now I've got. Oh, I haven't even moved my fever yet. I've got to make sure I do that.
Destination reached.
Yeah, I got the Beaver Core
Warp drive active.
when it was like 10 billion on the market when it first came out. But in the same regard, I also bought my first Orca at 10 billion when it first dropped. Oh, I forgot to change over my thing. Oh well. How far are all these rocks? There's 115 rocks in here? 34 kilometer. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Warp drive active.
Hopefully this doesn't despawn soon. I really want to test this. And see what I get out of it.
Docking request accepted. Undocking.
Hmm.
Warp drive active.
There we go. Yeah, I do. Every once in a while I'll go into a dormant realm. I don't normally do it, but every once in a while. Yeah, you can already see we're one-tapping these asteroids. Or are they just going away? Oh, no, we're gaining. It's really not much. Well, at least we get to watch all the rocks turn into poof nothing. That's actually good ISK right there. Look at all the ancient remains. What are these worth now? Okay, well, if you're a new player, if you collect each one of those ancient remains that are being spawned right now, that's actually so dumb. What is this? What? There's like 5 million in here in just like ancient remains. What is that? Well, I guess I need to put a salvager on my orca again. What the heck? Is this just an ancient remain farm? This is a little bit broken. Okay, so the ore isn't worth much. But if each one of these is worth 210,000, hell, even if you sell them at like 80,000, which is what the buy orders are. What kind of loyalty points do you get out of these? Is it even worth turning these in? Okay, I know the one that's glitched. The bottom is glitched, because on every other one, it's all covering. So the bottom Dominic's is glitched. Yeah, do you get many loyalty points from the museum? I've never actually done it. What is this? Do I just... What in the world? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 ancient remains. Are any of them within reach? No.
Autopilot engaged.
Okay, well... Yeah, the ore was only worth like 1.5 million. Probably 1 million, once you actually go to sell it. But the ancient remains... There's something there. Will those despawn when the mission despawns? Or are they just gonna be in space with my ships? What is that?
Warp drive
What is
active.
that actually worth? So that's worth 3 million in just ancient remains. Ah, okay. I know I've had, like, missions despawn, within, like, 5
Discovery
minutes.
request accepted.
Hey, wait a minute. I need answers, not sleep. What's it under? Salvagers. Okay. Not buying one of those. Making me choke at the price of that.
Undocking.
Okay, so the mission despawned, but all of these are still here. Cool.
Autopilot engaged.
Yes, I did just go and spend 800 million for a test.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, you know it. In the end, I was gonna need that auto salvager anyway. Because it just works so nicely on a high-sec orca.
Destination reached.
For pretty much this exact reason as well.
Warp drive active.
That is so wild. I did not expect such a high drop rate from that. But you know, out of 115 rocks, we got 14. So that's one drop per 10 rocks. Pretty much. Uh, what? Uh, Oh, it's because it's... Okay. I don't know why I'm spending the time doing this. Don't ask me. I got curious, and you know what the saying is. It's not far. It's 20.4. I'm at 550.
Warning, capacitor running low.
Actually, I wonder, does that buff auto salvagers too? It does! The mining implant increases the range of the salvagers. I forgot about that. Hey, you could be sitting on like 100-kilometer range on your on your auto salvager. This is what late nights get me up to.
Warning, capacitor running low.
Doing stupid things just because I can.
Warning, capacitor running low.
I've done that before. In the early days of the game, I thought, well, I can just fly a mammoth and use some mining lasers. It'll surely be better than a venture. Oh, the things we do for science. Yeah, when I say I've flown pretty much every subcapital ship, yeah, I've done some stupid things. But to be fair, a lot of that was influenced by EVE Online because they were actually using battleships for mining for a while as an alpha pilot. Um, and some people still do. Because it is actually more viable than flying a venture as an alpha pilot. And you're a lot less likely to get jumped in a battleship than you would be in, like, a Covenant or an Orca. Yeah. It it was a thing to do. It was originally a meme, and then people actually went and looked at the math on it and went, oh, it actually is a better option for an alpha pilot. And when you add compression into it, you can actually fit a lot of ore in a battleship ore hold.
Autopilot engaged. Warp drive active.
Oh yeah, the the amount of time I wasted doing that when I could have just been doing the lab, because I'm still sitting on one more mission in the lab. Worth it. Test complete. I learned that there's not much ore in the rocks, but apparently it has a really high chance of spawning ancient remains.
Destined docking request accepted.
Something I do eventually want to try is I've seen a lot of videos in EVE Online of like living in a orca and stuff, and I really want to do that at some point. Like set it up for combat and run these sites in orcas. Maybe that'll be a good like April Fool's video. How good is multi-boxing orcas in combat sites? I've also looked at doing that in the Roarfall, but I do not own 3 Roarfalls. Why am I back in my orca? Where's my dominance?
Undocking.
Fleet warp.
Autopilot engaged.
Yeah, I mean, you can already see in some of my fittings, I already carry, rapid missiles on my orca. And that's because I'm actually expecting belt rats in the near future. So if I'm gonna defend my orca, I might as well have something that'll kill basic belt rats. But I really should just set it up as an absolute meme. The full combat orca. Why fly a siege battleship when you can fly an orca? Pay 25 billion for the... Yeah, I think belt rats are in the drone lands, and there's also, what am I doing? There's also, what is it doing? Oh, I think it crashed. Wow. We're having a great time today. There's also, random spawns in nullsec that happen. God, we are having a terrible time with this game today. Hey, this one's still fine. I wonder what they've done in this update. Because it's definitely unstable. Why'd you morph off? Yeah, it's definitely made something unstable.
Warp drive active.
Part of it might be me, part of it might be the game. Okay, now that we're all here,
Fleet warp.
okay, we're back in order.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
We're under attack.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that small patch earlier was to
We're
fix
under attack.
a bug with the capsuleer outposts and things not working properly when you manually control him.
We're under attack.
There was a bug from the previous
We're
patch
under attack.
where when you manually controlled the weapons on like a citadel or capsuleer outpost, it would not actually use the modules. Oh, yeah, I'm still on the mining implant. Oh well.
Ships detected.
It's not really that big of a deal, I guess.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
I mean, it's kind of a big deal. Hmm.
Warp drive active.
That is one thing that I wish I could do is just swap implants in space when I need to.
Enemy
Docking
ships
request accepted.
detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Undocking.
Okay. should be fixed.
Warp drive active.
Something else that they could do if they didn't want to do that is just have them all active on your character. You have them in your character, literally. It's an implant. It might as well be active. But I know that's going to cause some balance issues.
Fleet warp.
I am really bad at remembering to turn off my siege modes.
Fleet warp.
Yeah, kind of like swapping implants on the go,
Warp drive
or like
active.
literally
Warp drive
just have
active.
all of these active at the same time. We've already got like the tactical defense and one other that can be active at the same time. Just make them all active. Let us get the best DPS we possibly can. And tank.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
There's definitely some balance issues that would have to be addressed with that idea, but at least it would stop people from forgetting to change their implant. Or, you know, you can just remember the implant and be a good capsuleer.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
I think I'll be working on these for a while. But I would like, 3 dreadnoughts or something. I've already played with 3 carriers. I don't really care much for that. I don't think I'll care that much for dreads, unless it's a high-sec dread. After that, it would be maybe the golem, if that comes out. I don't think I'll ever fly a super carrier or a titan. Not really interested in them. I've had a Lucent Moon with the lightweight fighter setup on it. That was fun, but not reasonable for high sec currently. Yeah, I really don't know.
Enemy ships detected.
Maybe I should just skill into like the other Navy
We're under
battleships.
attack.
So that way when the Marauders actually come out, I can fly all of the Marauders. God, if those things come out and they have other skills required for them, I'm gonna be so upsetty. If they come out with, like, skills for... I don't know. What is that siege module they have? Bastion. The Bastion module, if they have skills for that, instead of, like, Battleship
Enemy
Command.
ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
God, clearing grid. Let me tell you. You get into those small ships and they just die.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah, for all we know, you may end up having to skill directly into, like, Golem Expert Command. Paladin Expert Command. That'd be funny if they did that. Bastion module operation. I should stop talking so I don't give Nennies any ideas. Yeah, Golem Paladin and Kronos are really good. The Vargur is also, like, a great PvP ship. So I can see that being the popular PvP ship. In a lot of people will use the Paladin for PvE, because lasers are literally the most popular weapon system in the game right now. And then the Kronos will be, like, a close second to the Paladin, with the Golem being third. It really depends on how the Golem applies, because if it actually does apply its damage, you're gonna see a lot of people swapping to missiles. Lab done. Alright. Let's see, how we did for the day.
Autopilot engaged. Autopilot engaged. Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Let's see here. I spent 800 million. For a test. There goes a Marshal.
Warp drive active.
Oh.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Destined docking
What
request
was
accepted.
the first ship that you saw that
Destined
you
docking
just had
request
to
accepted.
have? My personal one was the Scorpion. When I started EVE Online, I started in Caldari space. And when I warped onto Gate, I saw this giant scorpion-looking battleship. I mean, I gotta have that. That thing is so cool. And since then, I've stayed with Caldari as much as possible. Ugh. I don't know. I think the Marshal is overall weaker than a Golem. Um, but I don't know. That would be a tough one. That'll be very interesting, because I know the Marshal in this game is gonna be significantly different from the Marshal in EVE Online, and that's because of the Enforcer. The Enforcer is way different here than it was in EVE Online. Yeah, wonder if I can pull it up, but you won't be able to see it. Let's see what I can find here. Alright, so the recon ship bonus for the Enforcer in EVE Online per level has a 5% bonus to Warp Scram and Warp Disruptor optimal range. Okay. We have all of the missile systems in terms of rate of fire instead of damage. It gets bonus to 100% reduction in cloaking device reactivation delay. So this one doesn't have that minus 100% difference. Can fit covert ops and covert cyno, which is here. Actually, that's just normal cyno in this game. It's covert cyno for EVE Online. 80% reduction in fuel consumption for the cyno. 50% reduction in cyno duration. 10% bonus security status gains. We don't have anything related to that right now. But I feel after faction warfare we might have that. And then it also gets armor repair and shield booster effectiveness increased by a percentage equal to 10 times the pilot's security status, up to 50% increase. So instead of having this shield and armor amount, you would be gaining a 50% bonus to your rep. So yeah, it's a very different ship in EVE Online than it is EVE Echoes. Now, that's not to say they couldn't release the normal Enforcer, because this is just the Enforcer prototype. But it's the only Enforcer we have in-game that a pilot can fly. Have I ever looked to see if this thing even gets an AI core? It doesn't. Wow, they really did not want this thing flying around having a good time. Okay. So, where do we start today? I think we started at 56 million. Okay. So we started today with 64 million and 61 million on these two characters. We are now at 169 and 176, so we made 100 million plus on each character. And then we went and spent 800 million on a module. So we're in the negatives. Overall, still a good day. Still a very good day. Oh, I've gotta swap my modules around here. Mining Foreman, Dust, Beaver, Newt. Stabilizers. And micro warp drive. Give me my gold core for my industrial ships, please. I wouldn't count Bowie, even though I don't think I'll ever even participate. Yeah, I spend a lot more time mining and running missions than I would doing faction warfare. I've heard that there's some good modules added to faction warfare now, or the loyalty point store. Uh, same thing there. I think this is all the same. Militia store. Ah, here we go. Are any of these worth getting? Dang, 800,000? Oh, thank God they've got the debris in here. That's really good, actually. That, they needed that. They needed this way to add the Sisters of Eve debris and Morty's debris. What is even the requirements? I can make one of these. Seriously? Is there any on the market? Huh. I'm not that far off. Pretty good stuff in here. Oh my gosh. Well, they've gone up in price since they removed them from Concord. Interesting. Needlejack's worth anything? Okay. These must be new. Because there's none on the market. Very interesting. I think if you could even get like 300 million out of this for the blueprint, I think that would be pretty reasonable. Okay. Well, that's about it for today for me. I won't be on for about a week. I'm going out of state, so I'm not going to have access to some of my stuff. But I will be uploading this to YouTube, so anybody who's made it to the end here, please go to my YouTube and follow. It really means a lot to me, and I hope I can provide you content in return. Goodbye, and stay safe.